Hawaiian chain on the island of Lanai. We're also leading in the educational piece because we knew that for our business to succeed, we needed to spend time in schools, educate the community and public so that they would accept drones and have them actually fight for our county council members to start programs for the police, the fire, to actually go out and support programs and not be afraid of drones with privacy issues. And other than that, we partnered up with University of Alaska Fairbanks. We're the first private company to be part of the FAA test sites. There's only 7 in the States. And then currently here on Lanai, we opened up a 250-acre, almost 300-acre test site, which we are, this September, we'll be flying to 80,000 feet. With our first test person is SoftBank, and it's HAPS Mobile. So they picked us, Drone Services Hawaii, to be the Hawaii company to help link community and drone enthusiasts and the future of drones in Hawaii that's emerging currently today. So we are seeking around $5 million to get our company up and running because of all this education that we've been putting out with a large, huge UAS test site here. We're in the middle of the Pacific where people can actually come out and we can hold training centers to help young pilots build confidence, and we'll actually do scenario courses out on our field so that when they go back into their communities, they can make good, solid decisions. And especially after hurricanes and a lot of the storms that we've been having, public firefighters with more UAS operators out there that are responsible can be hired on the spot to go and collect information to help incident command systems make better decisions and allocate very limited resources more efficiently. You have any questions for me?
Yeah, tell me about the business model for the company.
So right now we currently we do aerial photography, TV commercials, 3D mapping, construction site progress monitoring, damage assessment for insurance claims, environmental analysis, and power infrastructure and training. So an average day when we go out and work is $3,000 to $9,000 a day. We do a lot of it with the government. So at times we need a lot of upfront floating capital to actually go out and do the jobs, and they always pay 30 days after. Mm-hmm. So some of the contracts that we go for, we lose or we cannot because we don't have that floating capital up front. So we lose to companies that's coming from the mainland coming down to Hawaii. Okay. But if we had the capital in Hawaii, nobody could beat us because we're top notch. I mean, we've got a FAA flight record of over 1,000 flights, almost 200 hours, and over almost 1,300 plus miles of flight time. And that's the most that you're going to find because we're the first in Hawaii to actually get FAA certified to actually fly UAS. So we've been creeping along, but we maintain that good flight record. You know, we plan the mission, we fly the mission. So on a record, we're top notch. You know, we started when drones first came out, and now that the Part 107 and the FAA has rules, this rough waters has been smoothing out, and we're still on top, even though we struggle. Because I still at my fireman job, my business partner Mike, he quit his job and took the company full time. He's been flying, so I work at the company part time, and then I also work on Lanai developing the UAS test range for the Pacific.
Okay, so with the number of hours that you mentioned that you've got flight hours already with your drones, what kind of traction have you had? What's the revenue been so far total?
Average about 383,000 a year. We put into free education for community and schools about 3,000 hours. Just going out public speaking. I travel to conferences as a keynote speaker, explaining the proper use on how to introduce drones into the incident command system. So I've been helping fire departments across America, plus our own here in Hawaii, to understand.
when did you start this, or how many years has it been going?
Since 2014.
2014?
Yes.
Okay. And how many drones do you have in service?
Right now we got about four.
Okay.
4 drones. They're all under the 55-pound class. In Hawaii, what our upgrades for drones would be, we've got old agricultural land that our plantation days have left. So now we're stuck. The counties are stuck with wildland fire issues. On Maui, the airport actually shut down last week when the central Maui was actually burning on fire, the old pineapple fields. So we're being requested to go out and map thousands of acres, but with our small aircraft, it can take days. But if we upgrade our aircraft system because of our flight record, we get approval for FAA waivers to do large flights. So a couple thousand acres a day we can actually fly, and that'll take maybe 4 to 5 hours, and we can get it all done.
Okay. All right. And you're looking for $5 million?
Yes. For in the drone industry, a lot of the equipment, that's our biggest barrier, is buying the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
One of the upgrades is LiDAR. LiDAR, just the sensor itself is almost $150,000 to $200,000. So there's no LiDAR systems on drones right now in Hawaii. We borrowed a few that we have friends in America that would send to us, and we would use them, or they're on the trip, and then we would actually borrow them for a while and do some jobs. But now that we did the jobs, we're seeing that people are asking, but they're very sporadic. If we had the money up front to purchase the sensors and go out and start doing it and showing that we have it, we can gain more traction, and people and all of these large landowners will come out and ask us to go and map it. For an example, here on Lanai, we have an opportunity to do 90,000 acres of 3D mapping.
Okay. And right now it's the cities that are paying for this?
Cities, the government, especially with their large parks or large parcels of barren land, they actually hire us to fly in to actually do vegetation measurements. So they will actually know if they got to go and send their grass cutting crews to go in there and cut, or is the vegetation too low. So it's been making government see, using drone technology and this information that they get, and they can allocate their crews more efficiently on tight budgets.
And are they one-time calls that you get to go do a specific project, or are they monthly type things?
So for example, the solar projects, we got a monthly contract that we go out and we do solar cell inspections. So we have the thermal imaging camera, which actually detects on the solar panels burnt out solar cells. We actually have a photo when we first actually did it that we saw a whole chain of solar cells that were grounding out, and then that came and led to fire inspectors saying these are how solar panels actually do catch on fire. So as the solar panels get deficient in power, we can actually go up and see solar cells grounding out, and it now helps the companies to go in and change them on time and more efficiently.
Excellent. Okay. What else can you tell me about the business?
For us, we're at 360. We also do retail. So we are a drone company that sells drones, but we educate people on buying the drones itself. Other than that, we're heavy into the STEM with the schools.
Can you go back for a second? You said
yes.
You're also selling the drones?
Yes, we're a DJI representative. We sell any types of drones that we have partnerships with. So we do a retail side, because when we first started, we used to order just online. So we decided to open a store here and also sell them to the public. But because Hawaii has such a small community and tight knit, we took the attempt to go and sell them, because when people would come into the store, they would ask us questions, and we would start to review with them and educate them on the rules, because we didn't want people just flying around their neighborhoods, pissing off the people, and then killing our business right off the bat. Right. So prior education and then selling, especially around airports, because Hawaii, we only have a little bit of space. There's only certain places you can fly. So we really, really wanted to emphasize the educational piece, don't fly near the airports or any manned aircraft. That's the scary one, because I'm an airport fireman, and that's where I really take it personal to prevent those types of actions.
Okay. We have to wrap up here, but one more question for you. From your 383K, what was the mix between the services versus the retail?
Services is about 62%, and the retail is the rest.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you. We got to wrap up here. I appreciate you you pitching this. And if I have some questions, I can fire them off to you. Is that okay?
That's okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Aloha.